the balloon up and down. What did you just discover about the balloon?
Something inside of it.
There's something inside of it. Steven, here's the thing. I'm going to hand you this as a balloon popper. That's for you. Hold on to that. Whenever you're ready, do the honors. Hey. See, there's a little piece of paper inside of the balloon. Can you open up that piece of paper, unfold it all the way open? And really loud, can you tell everybody, what does it say at the very... No, I know, it's scary. But before you tell them why that's freaky, tell them what does it say at the very top there?
It says Powerball.
Yeah, it's a lottery ticket. You'll notice there's some numbers machine printed on the ticket. You see how I selected 6 specific numbers? Can you yell out what those 6 numbers are?
6, 9, 10, 11, 14, and 42.
Those exact numbers? Is that it? Fantastic. Thanks so much, Steven. Appreciate you. You were fantastic. Let's give Steven a big hand. Oh, man. Now, at this point in the show, there's 2 kinds of people. Some of you are wondering how this works. You might be wondering why a magician doesn't win the lottery every week. Well, a lottery is predicted by a random machine, or the numbers are picked by a random machine, whereas I like to read people. You all pick those numbers. So what I'd like to do now is I want to just give you just a sense about how this works. Can I get 2 volunteers to come up on stage? Let's go, yeah, right here. Can you stand up? Yeah, come on up, and let's go, yeah, right here in the gray. Would you come up? Perfect. What's your name?
Riley.
Riley, nice to meet you. And what's your name? Lucy, nice to meet you. Fantastic. Riley and Lucy, I'm going to have each of you pick a card, okay? So we're going to go through the cards. I'm going to have each of you pick a card. I'm going to go through the cards. You say stop anywhere you want. By the way, you all want to know this. The cards are all different. They're all shuffled. They're all mixed up, all right? So we're going to go, Lucy, starting with you. I'm going to go through the cards. Say stop anywhere.
Stop.
You want to take the card? Don't show it to me. Make sure you know what it is. Do you have it? Perfect. Are you happy with that card? Do you want to change your mind?
I like it.
Okay, because you can change it if you want to.
No, it's okay.
You sure? Mm-hmm. Okay. Go ahead. Say stop anywhere you want.
Stop.
Right here? Mm-hmm. Going to take a look at it? Don't show it to me. And we're going to have one more person. Let's go with, yeah, right here. You're like, hold the phone. Which is fine, by the way. I don't mind if you guys record or take pictures. You're welcome to do that. But here's the idea. I'm going to go through, and I'm going to say stop anywhere.
Stop.
Fantastic. Go ahead and take the card. Don't show it to me. And the reason we have 3 people instead of 2 is actually because I thought I had an idea. We're going to come back to this later, but Lucy, right? Lucy, I'm going to have you take that card back to your seat, and you're going to hold on to it for a while, okay? Does that make sense? All right, don't let me see what it is. Don't tell anybody what it is. Just hold on to that card for a while. All right, now we've got the 2 of you up here. Riley, can you give me any 3 random words? Words that have nothing to do with your card.
Purple.
Purple?
Sky.
Sky.
Bird.
Bird. Purple, sky, bird. Great job, Riley. Here's the thing. Sometimes when you think about words, and I ask you to think about words on the spot, you're kind of influenced by other things around you, even if you try not to be. So, for example, you have a card here. You went with purple, sky, and bird. I'm going to guess that because you went with sky is a pretty simple thing, so it's probably going to be a simple card, probably a 2, 3, 4, or 5, a pretty low card. Ace is a little too complicated. You also went with bird, and you went with purple. I'm going to say purple. That's hard because, well, purple can be red or black because it's like a mix of cool colors and warm colors. But because you said it first, I'm going to guess it's probably going to be a red card. Now, I'm also going to say that because you said purple, 2 syllables, so it's going to be an even, so it's going to be a 2 or a 4. I'm also going to say because you went with bird. Bird is a living creature, so it's got a heartbeat, so I'm going to say probably a heart. I'm going to go with a 4 of hearts. Am I close? 4 of hearts? Am I somewhat close?
Close, yeah.
Show them. Is that exactly the 4 of hearts? Fantastic. Thank you so much, Riley. You were amazing. Let's give Riley a big hand, everybody. Nice job, dude. Appreciate you. Okay. Your name one more time?
Kara.
Kara. Nice to meet you, Kara. Here's the thing. Once you know how to read people, you can also influence people. For example, as a magician, I try to influence people with a deck of cards. If I wasn't a magician and I wanted to influence people, I would do what everybody else does and go to Instagram. So, not you, but everybody else in the crowd, if you've got a phone on you, can you go to Instagram real quick? If you have Instagram. Here's the deal. If you go to Instagram, go to Bernini Magic. Bernini Magic. It's Bernini Magic. Bernini Magic. And there's a picture there in the top row of me holding a playing card. Now, when you have that picture pulled up, can you turn your phone flashlight on so I can see you? Okay, we got quite a few people out here. Now, don't say the card out loud, but here's the deal. Kara, you see all these lights out here?
Yes.
These people all know something you don't,
Okay.
but you know something they don't.
Okay.
You know the identity of the card.
Yes.
So, on the count of... Well, actually, can somebody tell me, what does it say? What is the hashtag on the picture? Hashtag prediction. On the count of 3, yell out the name of the card. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, one more time. Queen of Hearts. How'd we do? Queen of Hearts. Thank you so much, Kara, for helping out. Let's give Kara a big hand. Appreciate you. Now, at this point in the show, there's two kinds of people. Some of you are like, this magic thing is pretty cool, but some of you might be like, I don't trust this guy anymore. So if you are in that camp, I have a trick that has been designed to win your trust back. Could I borrow someone's driver's license? If you have a driver's license on you, hold it up in the air. I'll take the first one I see. Yeah, right here? Hi, come on up. Amazing. Hi, what's your name? What's your name? I'm sorry?
Emberlyn.
Emberlyn. That is correct. You got a fan club. Emberlyn, do me a favor. I want you to point to somebody in the crowd. We've got some envelopes. We have a driver's license. Point to somebody in the crowd that you don't know that looks particularly trustworthy to you. Who would that be? Right here in the pink shirt?
Yes.
Hi, what's your name? Grace. Grace, I'm going to hand you this little purple bag, okay? I want you to hold on to it. Don't let me put anything in it. Don't let me take anything out of it. Don't look inside of it, just for the sake of suspense. Just keep guarding it, okay? All right. Now, your driver's license tells me a few things about you, like your birthday, things like that. But what do you like to do for fun?
I like to hang out with my family.
Hang out with your family. That's awesome. It's not a thing I would know by looking at this driver's license. The things that are on this driver's license that, supposedly an ID identifies you, but the things we care about aren't always on it. And that's going to be important in just a second for you to realize. Before we go any further, can you verify for everybody you see that in there, yes?
Yes.
With your right hand, can you pinch the bottom corner? There you go. Perfect. Hold that right there. Hold your left hand out just like that for me. Okay. Now, this is the part of the show where I'm going to get as far away from you as possible, okay? Because here's the deal. Normally, magic is about the element of surprise. I don't tell you what's going to happen. It just happens. You didn't know the numbers were going to be in the balloon. But in this case, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen because it's so impossible. You wouldn't believe me anyway. I'm about to make your driver's license disappear in your hands. Which sounds crazy because you literally just you can still feel it, right? Yeah.
Hard plastic, I can feel it.
Yeah, you can feel it. It's in there. It's going to be gone. I want you to take that envelope, lay it flat on your hand, put your other hand on top of it, and I want you to think about how many things matter to you and who you are that aren't on this piece of plastic, on this driver's license. And as you notice how unimportant this information on this driver's license is, I want you to think about what it would feel like if it just started to dissolve a little bit. And I want you to very slowly, you feel it?
Yeah, I felt that.
Yeah. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I could feel the hard plastic and now I can't.
You don't feel anything anymore? Look inside. Do you see your driver's license?
No.
No. That's because, completely hands off, your driver's license has completely disappeared. And that's the trick. Thank you so much for helping out. Appreciate you. Actually, hold on. Before we go any further, you did volunteer your driver's license at a magic show, so you're kind of liable for something like this to happen. But if this happened anywhere else in the world and somebody made your driver's license disappear and it wasn't a magic show, we would call it identity theft. And if someone steals your identity, you are supposed to freeze all of your assets. Right now, there's only one we care about. Grace, you've been holding on to this purple bag the whole time, yes? Yeah. You were holding it when we took the driver's license and we put it in the envelope, right? Holding it when you said, I can see it and I can feel it. And you were holding it when it disappeared. Tell me, how does the bag feel?
It's dripping.
It's dripping. Can you bring the bag up here? Lynn, I want you to take the bag from her.
Okay.
I don't want to touch it. Thank you so much, Grace. You're amazing. Appreciate your help.
That's dripping.
Yeah. You'll notice there's a little plastic Ziploc bag in there.
Mm-hmm.
Would you grab the Ziploc bag and pull it out and tell me what you see? What does that look like?
A driver's license?
A driver's license frozen inside a solid block of ice. Would you hold on to that for a second? Look, I'm going to come out here so you guys can just see this. Look, literally frozen solid inside of a block of ice is a driver's license. Now, look, I probably shouldn't be displaying your personal information like this. But here, can you hold that, feel that, touch that? Is that real ice? Oh, Jorge, you want to see it? Yeah, touch it. Is that real ice?
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's actually in there. Here, look. Oh, you want to touch it? Yeah. Yeah, it's real ice. I know. You gonna feel it? Yeah, touch it. Hold on. Yeah, I know. Yeah, feel it, dude. Is that real ice that you can see? It's encased on all sides? Yeah. Here's the deal. Can you hold up that plastic bag real quick? We're gonna drop this back inside. Can you hold that up as high as you can? Now, sometimes magicians use magic wands. I think that's super cheesy. So instead, I brought a tiny hammer. Hopefully we broke that up enough. Can you look inside of there? Is that your driver's license?
That's my driver's license.
Let's give her a big hand. Thank you so much for helping out. You were fantastic. I like doing that trick near the beginning of the show because I think it's a really good icebreaker. Here's the deal. I'm gonna have a couple people. People ask me, like, how did I get into magic? I got into magic tricks when I was a little kid. I was like 7 or 8 years old. Before that, though, I always liked things like movies with magic in them. I liked English class because, in English class, you're always being very creative. I hated math. Anybody here also hate math? Any math haters out here? Okay, a lot of math haters. I need 3 people next to each other who are not the biggest fans of math. Let's go to the very back, right there. Yeah, the 3 of you back there. You guys stand up for a sec? Stay where you are, but stay standing. Hey, what's up? Here's the deal. In a moment, I'm going to have you guys write down some numbers. I'm going to ask you guys to listen carefully to these instructions. In a moment, I'm going to have you write down some numbers on this notepad. You're going to start with you, then you, then you. I want you all to think of a number that's maybe like 5 or 6 digits long, okay? So keep it somewhere in the thousands, okay? So you write down a number. Then underneath his number, you write a number. Underneath his number, you write a number, okay? So we have 3 numbers stacked on top of each other. Your number plus, then your number, and then your number. Does that make sense? Okay. Very important. Don't let anyone see the numbers, especially me. Oh, and don't do like 1111 or 0000. Make sure they're all random digits. Now, while they're doing that, is there anybody here who has a calculator on their phone I can borrow? Anybody got a calculator I can borrow on a phone? Who's got one? You've got one right here? Perfect. Can you open up your calculator? What's up? Would I like a graphing calculator or just a normal Apple one? Whichever one you want to show off. Let's do the graphing one. Yeah, come on up here. I love it. It'll be creative. What math are you in?
I don't know.
I mean, like, what math class are you?
Statistics.
Stats. Okay, so that's why you have a graphing calculator. I didn't even know. When I was in school, we didn't have graphing calculator apps. That's crazy. Okay, we have to use an app. We have to carry on like a block. Anyway, do you have that pulled up? You know how to use it, all that stuff?
Yeah.
Perfect, because that looks so complicated to me. All right. In a moment. All right, guys. Are you guys done? Perfect. Can you close the notepad? Leave it closed so that nobody sees the numbers. Can you go grab the notepad and the marker? Yeah. Again, it's very important that I don't touch it. The whole idea. What's up? Okay, I thought you said something. The whole idea is that I don't want to touch the notepad while this whole thing is happening because I don't want anybody to think I'm going to peek at the numbers. Now, are you left-handed or right-handed?
Right.
You said that like, right, I guess. What's your name? William, I'm going to have you go over to the right side of the stage, okay? So go all the way over there. That way I can't see what's going on. Here's the idea. I'm going to write down some numbers. William, I want you to add up the 3 numbers. So, what's up? On your calculator. So, so just open up the notepad. You should see three numbers stacked on top of each other. I want you to write the first number plus the middle number plus the bottom number. Type in those numbers. While he does that, I'm going to do this. Now, I'm going to ask you guys, do not say these numbers out loud. Actually, William, take a few steps back. That way you can't see what I'm doing. I don't want you guys to think he's just playing along to be nice. So I'm going to write down these numbers. Do not say this out loud. But my guess, here, I'm going to start on this end. I'm going to guess that. That. I'm running out of room here, but I think that's the last digit. This is my guess. This is my guess. Don't say these numbers out loud. This is my guess. William, do you have a total? Yeah. What is the very first digit on the very far left of the number?
3.
That's pretty good. What's next?
6.
What's next?
4.
Keep going.
0. 2. 1. 0.
3, 6, 4, 0, 2, 1, 0. Is that exact number right there? Fantastic. I'll take that back from you. Yeah. Now, before we go any further, William, you can put you can put your phone away. But we're going to do one more thing. See, I don't like math because in math things have to logically work out. I like coincidences. I like it when things just happen for a reason and you can just be happy that they did, or without reason, you can just be happy that they did. So, William, I tried to create a coincidence here tonight. A little paper bag on stage. Do you see it? Can you go over there?
Yeah.
Do me a favor. I want you to reach inside and show everybody what's in that paper bag. It's a fruit. Now, here's what's crazy. You guys came up with these numbers, 3, 6, 4, 0, 2, 1, 0. You are holding an orange. But if I take these numbers and I turn them upside down, the numbers look like a word. And that word looks like, what does that say? O-R-A-N-G-E. Orange. William, thanks so much for helping out. Let's give William a big hand. Appreciate you. Oh, man. Now, when I was a little kid, I would bring a little lunch bag like this to school, and inside it was an orange or whatever my mom had packed for lunch. And at some point, one of my friends asked, at the lunch table, started bringing a video game to school. And another friend brought another toy, and people just started bringing these toys to school that they'd been playing with, and they'd bring them out at the lunch table. One time, my friend Alex brought one of these. Now, is there anybody here who has never been able to solve a Rubik's Cube before? Who would that be? Okay, because I've got two here. Let's try this. Yeah, right here on the edge. Yeah. Yeah, what's your name? No, right here. What's up?
I'm John.
John, nice to meet you. John, I'm going to hand you this cube, okay? John, I want you to mix up the cube as much as you can. What's up?
I don't know how to do Rubik's Cube.
That's fine. You don't need to know how to solve it. You just need to be able to mix it. So just mix it around a little bit more. Perfect. Yeah, you're good. Just like turn one side and then turn the other side. Just go slow. Yeah, there you go. You got it. And then you said John, right?
Yeah.
John, come on up on stage. John, I'm going to have you stand right here center stage, okay? And very slowly, I'm going to have you do the same thing. Just turn slowly. You can turn. Just keep doing that. I want you to do that behind your back, okay?
Oh.
And I want you to think about how cool it would be if you accidentally solved that cube behind your back.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just thinking it'd be pretty cool. Go ahead, start mixing. Give you 10 seconds. I'm going to put my cube behind my back as well. We're going to race, John. Can you guys do me a favor? Count to 10 for us. Go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Freeze.
Want me?
Let's see the cube. Okay, that would have been cool, though. But, John, I didn't tell you what a solved cube looks like. See, people assume a solved cube looks like the same color on every side, right? But when I think about a solved cube, I have something a little bit different in mind. So you'll notice these two cubes happen to look exactly the same on that side. They look the same on side number 2. They look the same on side number 3. They look the same on side 4. John, they look the same on sides 5 and 6. Let's give John a big hand. Nice job, dude. Appreciate you. John, I'm going to leave this here as a little reminder of that time that you solved the Rubik's Cube on stage. Now, before we go any further, I'm going to do the opposite of what I just did. See, I picked John because he said he didn't know how to mix a Rubik's Cube. But then once you were up here, you made some random decisions, right? But I didn't pick you at random. I picked you because you rose your hand. For this next thing, we're going to do the complete opposite. I'm going to have some people make some extremely intentional decisions, but I want to pick you at random. So I need everybody here to think of what I call a mental doodle. A mental doodle is what you would draw on the side of a notebook if you're bored in class. So like a tree, a flower, a house, a cross. Something you could draw in like 5 to 10 seconds. Everybody have something in mind? Something you could draw in like 5 or 10 seconds? Okay. Here's the other thing. We're going to, I'm going to take one of the pieces of paper that we used earlier. Let's use the lotto numbers and the word orange. I'm going to crumple these up. We're going to use these kind of like we did with the balloon. We're going to toss these around the room. Here's the idea. We're going to use this to pick people at random. If it comes near you, pick it up. Don't fight over it. But if you have been on stage already for a trick, hand it to somebody else, okay? So can you start us off? Can you just take the paper ball and just kind of throw it somewhere into the crowd? Who's got that? Who's got it? Hi, what's your name? Paula, nice to meet you, Paula. Paula, can you stand up? Paula, do you have something in mind that you could draw pretty quickly?
Yeah.
Perfect. Can you take that paper ball, just throw it somewhere else into the crowd? Hey, what's your name? Gianni? Gianni.
Yes.
Nice to meet you. Would you stand up? And Paula, can you stay standing? Do you have something in mind you can draw? Yes. Perfect. Take the paper ball, throw it somewhere else into the crowd. Whoa, good catch. Hey, what's your name? Parker? You have something in mind you can draw? Perfect. Can you stand up, throw the paper ball somewhere else? Who's got it? Hi. Do you have something in mind you can draw? Yes. Perfect. The 4 of you who just caught that paper ball, can you guys make your way up on stage? Let's give the 4 of them a big hand. Thanks for helping out. Appreciate you guys. Come on up. Come on up. Now, who was the first person to catch the ball? That was you. Paul, I'm going to have you stand over here to my right, okay? You're going to do something a little bit different. The rest of you guys, I want you guys to line up right here in front of this table. And what was your name? Camilla. I'm going to take the paper ball from you, Camilla. Now, I want each of you guys to focus on those drawings we were talking about. Paula, I want you instead to think of the name of someone in your family, okay? Do you have someone in mind? Okay. Actually, Paula, can you think of a friend's name? Think of a friend's name. Somebody who's not here.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to have you write down your friend's name on this note card, okay?
Okay.
When you're done filling this out, I want you to bring it back, but hold it face down so that nobody here can see any of what you wrote down, especially me.
Okay.
So here's a marker. Here's a note card. Now the rest of you, I'm going to have you draw those doodles. So whatever doodles you were thinking of. On the blank side of the note card, not the side with the lines, but on the blank side, I want you guys to draw those doodles. I'm going to hand you each a marker. And it's very important that you also don't let me see those drawings. Perfect. And you guys stand up here and keep me honest. Now, I was doing this show one time, and somebody comes up and says, hey, I know how you did the trick. All those people were in on it. It's like, you just told them what to draw. And I was like, dude, they're not in on it. I could have picked anyone. Which is why I started throwing the paper ball around the room. I want to make sure that everybody knows for sure there's no way I could have known who's going to end up on stage. Does that make sense? All right. Now, have you ever seen Star Wars or Ghostbusters? Any of those movies? There's this scene in those movies where they're doing like these tests to see if they have the Force or if they have like these psychological experiments in Ghostbusters, and somebody's like thinking of a symbol, somebody else is trying to guess what the symbol is. So we're going to do that, a trick kind of inspired by that idea, and then we're going to kick it up a few notches. Artists, go ahead and cap your markers, put your drawings behind your back. I'm going to turn around, make sure I can't see what you did. I'm going to take just your markers. Now I'm going to hand each of you an envelope. When I turn back around, please take your drawings and put them inside of those envelopes. You can do that now. Paul, can you hold your note card face down as well? I'm going to take just your marker. Just the marker, yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're good. And what we're going to do is we're going to put your note card inside an envelope as well. So keep it face down, and I want you to notice that if we put it inside of your envelope, it's impossible to tell which envelope is yours because they all look the same. So can you take your envelope, collect all of theirs, and mix up the envelopes in your hands, okay?
Okay.
Now, once Paula has your envelopes, guys, please go back to your seats, but we are going to come back to you, so be ready. All right? Paula, go ahead. And let's give our 3 artists a big hand as they go back to their seats. Perfect. Paula, you can stay over here. You can stay right here, center stage. We're going to do some other stuff closer to the center of the stage now. So, let me see. You can take a few steps forward. And you've lost track of your envelope, right?
Yeah.
You don't know which one's yours? Perfect. I'm going to grab the notepad. I'm going to grab, you're going to need the Sharpie as well. All right, here we go. Hold up one envelope into the air, any envelope you want. The first thing I'm going to try to do is guess which one belongs to you.
Okay.
Now, the odds that I'm right are 3 out of 4, so it's not that impressive if I can get this. But we have to start somewhere. I don't think this is yours, Paula. Let's look inside. It's not yours. A little ladybug. Artists, all three of you, can you raise your hand so I can see you? Parker, I want you to say the word ladybug. Can you say ladybug? Dion? Can you say ladybug? And where's Camilla? Can you say ladybug? Yeah, this definitely belongs to you, right? That's yours? Fantastic. That's 1 down, 3 to go. Go ahead and mix those envelopes up a little bit more, Paula. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but you can actually tell something about people by the way they mix envelopes. For instance, keep mixing. Y'all notice how she always tends to take 2 from the bottom instead of 1? That's how they're born closer to the end of the year, but near the middle. Are you born like August, September?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, look, this paper ball went around the room. We've never met each other, but can you count to 10 out loud? Actually, and can you guys be super quiet while she counts? Just be dead silent for a second. Can you count to 10?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Can you count to 5 again?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You were born in August, right? August 10th?
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep mixing up those envelopes. Hold up one envelope into the air. And interesting. Paul, I think this one is yours. Can you put that one behind you? Actually, put it on the table over there. Let's open up the other 2. You take one, I'll take the other. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, open up that one, I'll open up this one. Ooh, we've got a Superman S. And we have a stick figure. Ooh, maybe it's Clark Kent, and then, I don't know. I'm trying to make sense of this. I'm just trying to guess who would have. Ooh. You did the Superman S. Parker, the stick man is yours, correct? Yes? Yes? Fantastic. Let's give the 3 of them a big hand. You guys for helping out. Now, before we keep going, I want to see if I can guess the name of the friend you wrote on that note card. Do you remember that friend's name?
Yeah.
All right, picture that name in your mind. Oh, that's interesting. I feel like you're thinking of 2 names right now. Are you just thinking of your friend's name?
Just.
You didn't for a split second
No,
just
I
think.
was thinking of my mom's name too, but it's just my friend's name.
You were thinking of what?
My mom's name.
You were thinking of your mom's name, but then you changed your mind to your friend's name? Okay. So just think about your friend's name. This is weird. Now I feel like you're thinking about your mom's name because I'm telling you not to think about your mom's name. Okay, let's do this. Forget about your friend's name. Think about your mom's name, okay? Picture your mom's name right here in the air. Look at the first letter of the name. Second letter. That's a vowel, right? That's an E?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's also an I in the name. Think of another letter somewhere in the middle of the name. That one?
Yeah.
Did you think of the letter N?
Yeah.
Is there also an F? Does it start with a J? Is the name Jennifer?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So that's your mom's name. Okay. So here's the deal. I want you to, okay, so now if I feel like you're thinking of the name Jennifer, I'll know you're thinking about your mom, but just keep picturing just your friend's name. In fact, imagine you're at your dream vacation spot, okay? So wherever you'd most like to be in the world, whatever your dream vacation spot is, imagine you're there with your friend hanging out. Oh, that's interesting. She's thinking more about the place now than her friend. Here, watch this. Don't say this out loud, guys. Don't say this out loud, but this is my guess. I'm going to say... Yes, Mark is dying on me. There we go. Don't say this out loud. I'm trying to deal with this marker that's drawing up on me. But that is my guess. You guys can read what that says? Okay, don't say it out loud, but this is my guess. All right, everybody be dead silent for a second. Paula, out loud, tell everybody, where in the world are you imagining that you are?
Italy.
That's insane. Okay, so imagine you're in Italy, and here, let me see if I can switch markers real quick. Imagine you're in Italy, and you're hanging out with your friend. Don't say their name, just think it, and let me see if this marker's a little better. Yeah. Oh, I think I know why I was getting confused earlier. This name starts with the same letter as your mom's name, doesn't it?
Yeah.
In fact, it's a very similar name. Okay, loud enough so that everybody can hear you. What is the name of the friend you wrote down?
Jenny.
Jenny? That's very similar. Did I spell that right?
Yeah.
Jenny. Now, Paula, normally that's the end of the trick. But I want to see if we can do one more thing. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Earlier, I asked everybody to think of a mental doodle. Do you remember what you were thinking of?
Yeah.
Can you imagine drawing that doodle right here in the air? I'm going to try to just see what you're imagining, okay? Are you ready?
Okay.
Oh, interesting, okay. That's kind of intricate. Okay, okay. Paula, I think I know what you drew. I'm going to commit to this. Can you take the notepad, take the marker, and really big, draw whatever you were just thinking of. Now, I want you guys to remember, this is very important, that I finished drawing before she started. You all had a mental doodle in your mind at the beginning of the show. I asked everybody to think of something. Any single one of you could have caught up that paper ball and been up here. Every single one of you had something unique you were thinking of. She obviously had to write down a friend's name, but she was thinking of a doodle just like all of you. Paula, let me know when you're done. You show everybody what you did. Cool. So let's talk about this a little bit. It's a flower. You drew a big circle in the middle for the middle. Sometimes people don't do that. You also added petals, but then you added little leaves with points on them between the petals. I think I got pretty close. Let's give Paula a big hand, everybody. Nice job. You were fantastic, Paula. Thank you so much for helping out. Appreciate you. Sometimes people are like, do these... No. I mean, sometimes you can guess what somebody might want for like Christmas or a birthday, but... Wait, Paula, August 10th is your birthday?
Yeah.
Think about what you want for your birthday. Do you have it?
Yeah.
I have a question. Is this something that you've been wanting for a long time, or did you come up with it on the spot when I asked you?
I wanted it.
You wanted it for a while. Okay. I want you to think about what this is. Have you ever told anybody this is what you want for your birthday?
I think I told my mom.
Just your mom. Okay. This is my guess. Paula, loud enough for everybody to hear you. What do you want for your birthday?
A bike.
A bike? That's what I thought you were going to say. Now look. That's what magicians call a psychological illusion. There's different kinds of illusions. There are optical illusions. There's optical illusions. There are like illusions of sleight of hand. I'm going to show you guys an optical illusion, actually. This is one of my favorite tricks. I want you guys to see this. You guys might have seen this before. You might have seen a version of it. It's a very classic trick. It's an old trick. And different magicians have done it different ways over the years. It's the mystery of the silver rings. Now, the way this works, different magicians have done it different ways throughout the years. Some of them have extra rings. Some of them have trick rings. The way I learned to do it was through the use of optical illusions, meaning I'm going to mess with your eyes. In order to mess with your eyes, I have to lie to your brain. So your brain tells your eyes to see something that isn't happening. That's all an illusion is. An illusion is when you experience something that's not really happening. That's an illusion. You experience something that's not really happening. That's what we're about to see. So first, let me lie to you. The lie is that these... Actually, no, I'll tell you the truth. I'll tell you the truth to make it easier. The truth is these rings are made of metal. They're made out of solid metal. They're metal all the way through, and everything you're about to see me do is an optical illusion. This is about the way the light plays tricks on your eyes and messes with your perception. That's the lie. The truth is something I'm going to make up, completely random. I'm going to make up the fact that these rings are made out of shadows. That doesn't make any sense, because you can't hold a shadow. A shadow doesn't make noise. A shadow is not shiny. But I didn't always believe that. When I was a kid, I remember being scared of the dark. And I want you to notice what happened there. So your brain took something that appeared real and made it seem almost intangible. The same way that these rings appear to be tangible things. But look right at where the light is hitting them. You can almost see the places where they appear to melt through each other, as though they were shadows. Remember what I told you when we started, though? All this is just a matter of your perception. That's not to say perception changes reality, though. I know. Because as Catholics, we know that things are true whether or not we want to believe them. And our faith tells us that truth is objective. And even if we feel differently about something, how we feel about something doesn't change whether or not it's true. Truth is objective and truth is real. So it's possible that there's a little bit of courage in discerning between light and dark in a world that often tempts us to just want to close our eyes. One of my favorite quotes is from Plato. Plato said, "It's easy to forgive a child for being scared of the dark. It's easy to forgive a child for being scared of the dark. The real tragedy is when a man is afraid of the light." The real tragedy is when a man is afraid of the light. Two metal rings, interlocked entirely, seen from every side and every angle. There's no way this is an optical illusion. There's no way this is your brain playing tricks on you, which means it should be impossible for me to do this. Thank you. And of course, there is only one reason that I do that. There's only one reason I talk about illusions. And that's because most of the illusions that you're going to encounter in your everyday life has nothing to do with a magic show. Remember what I said at the beginning, an illusion is when you experience something that's not really happening. You experience something that's not really happening, which is what all of this has been tonight. I started doing magic as a little kid, and when I was in college, I remember graduating college, and I want to go full-time. I graduated college in 2019. I see some burnt orange out there. I went to University of Texas at Austin, Hook 'em Horns. And, we got some Aggies in the house. All right, thank you. We got a couple horns out there. I went to UT Austin and graduated in 2019. I decided I'm going to become a full-time professional magician. And I don't know if you guys remember, but something happened in 2020. And not just the pandemic, but specifically the entertainment industry went down the drain. I was already struggling a lot with anxiety and not with depression, but some depression-like symptoms because of the pandemic. I wasn't doing, I was so excited and gung-ho about becoming a full-time magician, and then the pandemic just put a whole damper on my mood. And then where I was, in the area where I was, Mass and there was really very few opportunities to go to confession. Mass and adoration were almost not happening. Everything was virtual. I was really just stuck at home. I was really isolated. And I remember there was a moment where my prayer life just started to just drift away. I wasn't praying. I wasn't focusing on what I should have been. I had stopped going to church, really wasn't surrounding myself with the best people. There was a group of people that I lived near that were not the best people for me to be hanging out with at the time, but they were close, so I was allowed to hang out with them, or able to hang out with them during the pandemic, so I would. And during that period, I started making some really dumb decisions, like really stupid decisions. There's a lot of them, but one of them in particular, I remember there was a moment where I said something to a friend that really hurt him. And it was bad. It wasn't man, I slipped up and said something I shouldn't have. It was like, I intentionally did something to hurt someone that I supposedly cared about. And Anyway, this goes on for a while. And in 2021, things are starting to open back up, and I get a call from a church up in Evansville, Indiana. And they said, "Hey, we've heard about you. We normally have a retreat that we do, like a Catholic retreat we do for the middle schoolers, and we're doing it outdoors this year because we couldn't do it at all last year. This year, they said we could do it if we did it outdoors. It's our first thing back, and we thought you would be a really fun thing to come and talk to the kids about Jesus and come do a magic show." And I was like, they're like, "You're the Catholic magician, right? You're the guy who does the magic tricks, and you're Catholic?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Okay, can you come?" And I said, "Well, let me check my calendar. Let me call back and let you know." I don't have to check my calendar. It's a pandemic. I had no shows. That was like literally the first call I'd gotten in months. But I didn't want to say yes because I didn't feel like I could say yes, because I was like, I looked at what they were asking me to do, and then I looked at the kind of person that I was being, and I remember being like, how am I supposed to walk on stage and talk to people about Jesus? Especially, how am I supposed to go on stage and talk to kids about Jesus? They were like middle school kids, a little younger than you guys. If, given the kind of person that I've seen I can become, like, I am not the kind of person who should be doing that, and maybe I should just be focusing on something entirely different. So I let it simmer, and nearby, I'd been talking to one of my friends from college. His name was Anthony Krupa. Anthony was my Bible study leader back when I was in college. And he lived in San Antonio, but we still talk regularly. And he noticed something was off. And he was like, "Hey, man, what's wrong?" And I was like, "Oh, no, man, I'm just like," I kind of told him how I was feeling. And he goes, "Have you gone to confession?" I was like, "No." "You should think about going to confession." Okay. So there's a priest in Austin who was my priest when I was in college, and he knew me pretty well. So I call him and I go, "Hey, I wanna come in and talk to you, and if you have time to hear confession, is that okay?" And he says, "Yeah." So I drove 3 hours to Austin up with him, and I went to confession. He says the words of absolution. He says, "Absolve you of your sins." And I say, "Thank you." I get up, I start to walk away. And then I turn around and I go, "Father, I don't feel forgiven. I don't feel forgiven." He says, "Sit back down. Let's talk about something." He says, in Scripture, Satan is sometimes called the accuser, and sometimes he's called the tempter. It's not because he does both, it's because he does them together. He'll make you feel like you've messed up too much, like you're too broken, like you can't possibly, like you've messed up too far after you've done something wrong. But before, he's like, "Oh, it's not a big deal," right? It's like this whole, like, the transition from it's not a big deal, it's fine, you can mess up, it's not, everybody messes up, it's fine. And then once you mess up, it's this finger pointing of, "Look at you, look what you've done," right? He does that in the Garden of Eden. We see it in the story. He does that in the book of Job. He does that over and over and over and over. And he says, and it's really funny because this priest who knows me well, he looks at me, he goes, "It's one of his favorite tricks. And you know about tricks." I laughed because it's true. A trick only works if you don't know how it works. But once you know how a trick works, it doesn't fool you anymore. And I didn't realize that I was being fooled by one of the classic blunders, one of the classic tricks that the enemy uses, which was this feeling that I was too broken and God couldn't use me anymore, that I had messed up too much and he couldn't forgive me. Now, I don't know if you guys are under any illusions that you know about right now, that you recognize in yourself. Maybe you feel the same way or have felt the same way. Or maybe you're in the opposite camp. Maybe you feel like maybe you don't need God because everything's going great in your life and you're fine without him, right? Maybe it's the pride. I remember in high school, I was the kid who was the goody two-shoes. Before I was messing up, I was the kid who was always like, I was very prideful because I was like, I always do the right thing. And that's a form of pride, right? Like, I don't know what illusions you guys are dealing with, but we all have them. We all have our illusions. We all have these things we believe that are not really happening, things that we feel are true but aren't really happening. And once we know the truth and we focus on truth, then we can fight those illusions. And that's how you fight illusions, is with the pursuit of truth. Now, here's why this is important. Because you guys have a really, really amazing blessing, which is this community around you. One of the reasons that my story that I just told you guys, that I was struggling was because I was isolated from the people who cared about me, and I was hanging out with people I shouldn't be hanging out with. And it took one friend, it took Anthony, to tell me, to reach out to me in order for me to kind of get back on track. You guys have each other here in this room. There's like 180 of you. You're not all going to have a bad day at the same time. If you're having a bad day, you can lean on each other. You can find your people here in this community who care about you. Who can be those people for you, because we all need them. And here's the thing. Maybe you guys are sitting in these seats being like, all right, dude, I get this. Like, I hear about this Jesus stuff every week. Like, I know what you're saying. I've heard all this before. I'll tell you why we're reiterating it, why I'm up here talking about it. Because the only other thing that pulled me through that time is I had a really good youth minister back when I was in high school who told me all this stuff and drilled it into my head so that when I needed it and I didn't have anybody telling me this, I was able to rely on it and lean back on it and pull from that. So community, together, pursuing the sacrament together. That's how we fight illusions. I like to think of a sacrament as the opposite of an illusion. Okay, an illusion, like I said, is when you experience something that's not really happening. A sacrament is something that happens whether you feel it or not. You walk out of that confessional, the priest says the words of absolution, says, I absolve you of your sins. You're forgiven whether you feel guilty or not. When you go up at Mass and this priest holds up this thing that looks like a piece of bread and says, this is the body of Christ. That's what it is, whether we feel it or not. Whether it tastes like bread or not, it is the body of Christ. That's why Thomas Aquinas tells us, presse fidet supplementum sensum defectui, right? Faith will tell us Christ is present when our human senses fail. You can rely on your faith and on the truth that you know, even when your senses waver, because illusions are out there, and your senses can be fooled by illusions. An illusion is when you experience something that's not really happening, but a sacrament is something that happens whether you feel it or not. You can rely, trust on, and lean on. But you do it together as a community with each other. So, with that said, I do have a little bit more to share with you guys. If we're going to talk about how illusions work, I want to teach you guys how to do a magic trick. So there are two people here who want to learn, or let's see, hold on. Are there two people here who love watching magic? Who you're like the kind of people who you're like, you love being fooled by magic? Let me come out here. I feel like I haven't really been to the back of the room yet. Let's go to the very back. Yeah, there's two of you guys right here. Yeah, two of y'all right here. Come on up. What's your name, dude? Carson. Nice to meet you, Carson. What's your name? Benny. Nice to meet you, Benny. Carson, Benny, I'm gonna have you stand right here to my right. Carson, I want you to stand right where you are. I'm gonna have you guys take a look at a couple items. There's a piece of rope and a mug. Now, there's an old puzzle. I don't know if you guys know this, but oh yeah, and check out the rope. Make sure it's normal rope. It's a little longer than the one we had earlier, so just check it out. Make sure everything's normal. It's a little longer than the one we had earlier. I'm gonna take one end from you. Hand it to you. There's an old puzzle. Have you guys seen this before, by the way? This trick? No? Okay. There's an old puzzle where you're asked to hang a mug on a rope by the handle without you guys letting go of the ends. Does that sound possible? Not really, no. Hold the ends tightly, okay? Because there is a solution. If you make the loop, you pull it through the handle, open up the loop, pull the mug through, tie a knot, and there it is, a mug hanging on the rope by the handle, which is technically what I said I was going to do. That's a puzzle. We're going to add a few layers of deception and turn this puzzle into a magic trick. So let's do this. And as I'm teaching, I'm going to teach you guys how this trick works. As I teach you guys how this trick works, I want you to think about what we talked about, illusions, and how illusions work, and how they fool you and how they don't. Let's try this. Hold on to the mic for me. I'm going to hand you each some blindfolds. Let's put these blindfolds on. The only rule is don't peek while the blindfolds are on. Now, these blindfolds are there to protect the secret of the trick. The secret of the trick. I'm going to take one end of the rope from you. See, both of you guys, can you lift up your blindfolds real quick, just so you can see the situation? Hold on to this end really tight, Carson. Hold on to it really tight. Make sure no matter how hard I pull, you're not going to let go. Same over here, Benny. Can you hold on to that as tight as you can? Right here. Yep, make sure no matter how hard I pull, you're not going to let go. All right, now I'm going to take the mug from you. You can put your blindfold back down. You too, Carson, put your blindfold back down. Do not let go. I want you to, you don't let go of your end of the rope, and if he doesn't let go of his end of the rope, there's no way possible that mug ends up hanging on the rope while you're holding it. But it's going to happen anyway. On the count of three. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Lift up your blindfolds, guys. Take a look. 1, That's on there, bro.
That's on the rope.
Did you let go?
Nope.
Did you let go? No. Here, you can let go now. Take a good look at that. Make sure that's really on there, Benny. Take a good look at that. Make sure everything's fair.
It's on.
Yeah, that's really on there. I know. That was a joke that went over his head. Let's do this again. Hold on to that end. Hold on to this end. Make sure you are holding on to the same ends of the same rope. Put your blindfolds back on. All right. And Benny, I want you to hold your right hand out in front of you, okay? Benny, I'm going to hand you the mug. Here's the thing. I'm going to hand you the mug. Hold it by the handle. I'm going to guide your hand all the way over here, okay? Just like that. Or hold it however it's comfortable. You got it?
Yep.
All right, I'm going to let go right there. Keep holding it. Now, if you don't let go of your end of the rope, Benny, and if Carson doesn't let go of his end of the rope, there's no way possible that mug ends up hanging on the rope while you're holding it. But it's going to happen anyway. On the count of 3, you're going to feel it happen. I want you to let go of the mug. The mug is going to fall through the air. It's going to land on the rope and link on like magic. Are you ready?
All right.
1, 2, 3. Drop. Lift up your blindfold. Take a look.
Yeah.
Is that wild, dude? Here, go ahead and take that off of there. Take that off of there if you don't mind. I'll take your blindfolds real quick. We'll do this one more time. But this time, you guys won't see how this works. So instead of the blindfolds, we're going to use this bandana. I'm going to take the mug from you. And Benny, which end of the mug, or which end of the rope do you want me to use?
Use this one right
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take the rope. We're going to put it through the handle just like this. So you see the rope going through the handle. Carson, hold that right there for me. Yep, and don't move. Hold tight. Here's the idea. If I hold the mug and I put the cloth on it just like this, you can see where the cloth is. You can see where the mug is. If I put that right there, you can see the mug, the outline of the mug. You can see the handle. You can see the rope. And you know there's no way that mug comes off that rope if you don't let go of the ends. Now this time I'm not going to teach you how this works, but hopefully with everything you've seen so far, you might be able to appreciate the thinking that goes into this moment right here. 1, 2, 3. Take a look at the mug, examine everything, take a look at the rope, make sure everything is fair. And let's give both of them a huge round of applause. Thank you guys for helping out. Appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Let me take that. Well, friends, we are getting close to the end of the show. There's just one more thing we need to do. But I want you guys to remember, even in that trick, there was a blatant lie involved. There was a blatant lie even in that trick. And that's how illusions work. They're grounded in lies. So fight those lies with truth. Rely on each other. Be vulnerable with your community. Because right here, you guys have the ability to help each other become great saints. If you guys know all the saints like St. John Paul II and all Mother Teresa, St. Maximilian Kolbe, all these amazing saints, a lot of them were friends with each other. They knew each other. And encourage each other to pursue sainthood, virtue, truth, sacraments together with each other. And I'm super grateful that you guys have each other here. It's a very big blessing that a lot of other people don't have. With that said, let's do one more trick. Oh, by the way, if you guys enjoyed what we just did with the rope and the mug, there is, if you want to learn how to do magic tricks, after you guys are going to go to small groups in a little bit, and then after small groups, I'll be out there by the elevators if you guys want to come say hi. And I've also got a couple of magic tricks and magic things that you guys can learn if you want to go, little random merch things for sale. But one of it is how to do magic tricks. But we're gonna do one more right now with the deck of cards. Can I get? Wait, never got back to your card, Lucy. You still have it? Can you bring that up here? See, when I was a kid, I had a deck of cards like this and a magic set. And in fact, let's not use these cards. Let's just use the card you have. Lucy, can you take the card and can you just rip it in half? Yeah, rip it in half again, and just rip it into pieces. And it's fine if I see what the card is. It doesn't matter. You got it? Perfect. Now here's the deal. We have a little bandana. We're going to need this in just a second. Can I also get one more person? Somebody near the front. Yeah, right here. Can I take those pieces from you? Perfect. I want you to hold on to, hold on to that piece for you. Oh, sorry. I was talking to him. You got it. But you guys together, you can guard that piece. Lucy, hold on to the rest of these pieces. Now, in the magic set, there was a little cloth like this. It was called the Bandana of Mystery. It was a cool name. We're going to take those pieces. We're going to put them under the cloth. Lucy, I want you to hold those pieces through the cloth. Just pinch them right there. All right, hold it up right there. I'm going to let go, so make sure you hold it tight, okay? There's one more thing we need. Magic wand. I told you it's really cheesy, but when I was a kid, this was the coolest thing in the world. Here's what's going to happen. Lucy, can you, with your other hand, can you hold that corner right there? Perfect. Take a couple steps towards me. Now, right now, this hand is holding the cloth. This hand is holding the pieces. Wave the wand 3 times. Wave the wand 3 times. On the third wave, I want you to let go and let the pieces fall to the floor. You ready? 1, 2, 3. They're gone. They're gone. You can feel them, right? They were there. And then you let go. And then?
They're gone.
Poof. That's a pretty cool trick, the disappearing card pieces, right? But obviously we can't end there, obviously. Everybody wants to know where the pieces go. This is a Catholic magic show. We have to find the lost and restore the broken. It's our whole thing. So this is my favorite question of the whole show. This is when I get to ask my favorite question of the whole show, which is, do you still have that orange? Can you bring that up here? Yeah, stand right over here. Now let's be careful with the carpet. Here, let's stand right up over here. Do me a favor. Can you open the orange? Yeah, just destroy the thing. Yeah, take a few steps forward so we don't get any drip on the carpet there. There you go. And messy. If you don't mind getting messy, can you just dig into the middle of the orange? What does that look like?
A card?
A card. It's not just any card. What card is that?
The Queen of...
Queen of Clubs.
Or,
Yeah.
Yeah, clubs.
Does that look familiar? It's not just any Queen of Clubs. It's a Queen of Clubs that's been completely put back together, every single piece fused back into a single playing card. Of course, there is one piece missing. Because if this is the exact same card that you just ripped up, it's a real orange, yeah? It's the exact same card that you just ripped up, then this piece you're holding, if this really is your card, should be a perfect match right there. Is that a perfect match right there? Fantastic. Let's give Lucy and William a big hand. Thank you guys so much for helping out. You guys were great. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for coming. I appreciate you guys having me. In a moment, we're going to turn it over back to small groups. I'll have Jorge come up here. But again, just thank you guys for having me, and remember that to just focus on what you guys know is true. When you guys do that, everything else seems to fall into place. There you go. I'll see you guys out there after small groups. Thank you guys. My name's Giancarlo. Take care. Do it again.
Come on!
Okay.
Come on! Let's give it up a standing ovation for Giancarlo Bernini! Come on! That was incredible! That was awesome! Giancarlo, you are a rock star, man. Thank you. So, should we have him again to renovate? Come on, of course. All right, for the next thing, I need you to sit down really quick. If there's a student that is not sitting in the main section, I'm going to ask you to come and find just a chair right now. Right now. I'm not a magician, but I have a trick for you. Okay? So, yes. So, I was so inspired by Giancarlo that I was like, I want to do something for these students. I really appreciate when you are here. It really makes my week when I see all the chairs filled, when every one of you are here. I'm super happy, right? I'm happy because you're coming to renovate, because as Giancarlo said, you're just being part of this community. You see your friends, you grow in your friendship with the people that you see here at church. So I want to reward you for being here, right? So in this moment, there are 5 golden tickets under your chairs. If you have one, you will win a box of cookies. If you have a golden ticket, raise it high. Woo! Can you come to the front too? Come on. 3. No, that's a koala. Okay, can you come to the front? If you found the golden ticket under your chair, come to the front. If you decided to sit in the back, that's on you. Okay, you have one? Perfect. Do you have 2? Do you have... Oh, you won one. Awesome, dude. Who has the 4th one? And the fifth one. Alrighty. Yes, awesome. I really appreciate all of you for being here. I know this is just something super silly. I really appreciate that you're here, and I hope that you can come to Renovate even when it's not a confirmation night, even when you have you're tired or something. Please make an effort to be here. Okay, you can go find Emery, and she'll give you your prize, a box of cookies. Awesome. Let's stand up, pray to our Mother Mary, and then we'll go to small groups. My Apple Watch just said that there's a loud environment, and the sound levels hit 95 decibels. Okay. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Salve Regina, Mater misericordiae, vita dulcedo, et spes nostra salve. A te clamamus, exules filii Eve, a te suspiramus, in ac lacrimarum vale. Ea ergo advocata nostra, illos tuos misericordes oculos a nos converte. Et Iesum benedictum fructum ventris tui, nobis post hoc exilium ostende. O clemens, o pia, o dulcis Virgo Maria. Pray for us, the Holy Mother of God, we may be made worthy of the promises of Christ. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. I hope you have a good night. I hope you enjoy the show tonight. Go to small groups, talk about it, talk about tonight, talk about last week, and we'll see you when you finish your small group. Come back and say hi to Giancarlo. All right. God bless you.